Mic check, mic check. How's everybody doing in this great afternoon at Slideways Showdown Hoedown Brodown? We're kicking off the competition round 3.
Mic test. Mic test.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Slideways Showdown, round 3, Hoedown Brodown. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day today. It is beautiful out, 73, with a little bit of wind. Can't ask for better weather for drifting. I know that's right. We're going to be kicking off drifting competition. We have 14 drivers registered. 13 has made it. Our first, who is it? Brian versus Byron. That is our first battle of the evening. Mind you, we are going to be here till 11 o'clock tonight drifting. Right after the competition, we will be open drifting until 11 o'clock tonight, and then the real party starts. Lots of shenanigans going to happen, going down tonight. I want to thank all of our sponsors: Furlong Insurance Company, Race Lab Ministries, Prop Production. We have Cosmo Tires on board, along with Intellitronics. All right, I hope you guys are getting ready to let this thing go on. We're about to kick off the first battle. We are going to be bringing out Brian Martin. He's going up to infamous Byron. Who's going to take home the win in this battle? Also, let's give a huge shout out to Avery. He is our flag girl for the day. What a beautiful, beautiful guy. Woo! Let's all get a little bit of movement going on in the pits. We have an awesome crowd today. We have lots of drivers and lots of spectators. Hope you guys are all enjoying the show. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the mechanical bull here in time. There's always next year. We do have the last round of the season in October 25th, 26th. That is our Smash-O Bash-O. We're going to be smashing pumpkins. So you definitely don't want to miss that. It's always a great time. We'll be jamming out all day long, all night long, smashing pumpkins at the end of the night, having a blast. October 25th, 26th. Don't want to miss out. Back here in Painesville. All righty, so we have Brian Martin up against the Byron in 3, 2, 1, send it! Brian, a little Manji in here, going in the outer zone 1, going to fill outer zone 2, going to fill touch and go 1, going back into outer zone 3, doing a perfect run. A little short on the outer zone 3, but he'll catch it all up in here. In the inner clip, number 1 going into the outer zone 4. Right around a little Manji, gonna go right back into outer zone 5. We're gonna end it right after this one. What a good run. Definitely he's gonna take home the win out the battle in Byron. All right, we have the first human versus human battle going on. We got Corey Rook in the 350Z. It is LS powered up against Aaron in the LS powered G35. Very similar chassis. They're actually identical. All parts underneath, identical. It's gonna come down to driver versus driver. Both very similar horsepower. We have Corey Rook in the lead position up against Aaron Farrell in the chase. I think Avery's making sure he's good to go. Let's see a little dance, Avery. Let's make everything a little party. You hear me out there, Avery? All righty, we're going to go ahead and get them rolling. Corey in the lead, Aaron in the chase in 3, 2, 1, send it! Corey, nice initiation. Aaron shortly right behind him, going up, right on his door. In the outer zone, one going to the outer zone, or inner clipping one, going to the outer zone. Corey going to the inner clipping point. Aaron not too far behind. Corey filling the outer zone, Aaron right behind him. Let's give a round of applause for them. Now we're gonna go ahead and get Aaron in the lead up against Corey Rook in the chase position. All right, we have Aaron in the lead, Corey in the chase. In 3, 2, 1, send it! Aaron with the initiation, Corey right behind him. Aaron in the outer zone one, Corey right on his rear end. Both in the touch and go, perfect. Aaron got a little shimmy going on in the outer zone, but Corey's chasing him right up on his door. Both in the inner clipping point. Corey giving him no room for errors over here. Right in the outer zone. Filling the zones completely. Corey falling a little bit behind. Aaron filling the outer zone. All right, we have the judge's decision. Corey Rook versus Aaron. Who will it be? The judge's decision is in, and it is Aaron in the G35. Our next battle right up after the cone reset, we will have Liam up against Jordan Becker, both S14s. Jordan's got the S14.5. Liam has got the S14 that is a Denki. Liam will be in the lead position, Jordan in the chase. Both LS-powered S14s. All right. I hope you guys are all enjoying the show tonight for round 3, Slideways Showdown. We have Liam up against Jordan. Liam in the lead, Jordan in the chase. And 3, 2, 1, go! Liam with the initiation, Jordan following up right behind him, right on his door. Really filling the outer zones. Jordan leaving Liam with 0 rooms for mistakes. Oh, nice little fumble, but Jordan did not let that mess him up. Liam really filling the outer zones. Jordan right behind him, filling the outer zones right with him. What a awesome run. Let's give the guys a round of an applause. Really, guys, showing you guys a really good battle. All right, we are going to do the good old switcheroo. We have Jordan in the lead and Liam in the chase. Both LS1 or LS-powered S14 240SXs. In 3, 2, 1, send it! Jordan with the initiation, Liam following right behind. Jordan filling the outer zone, number 1, going in, touch and go. Liam right behind him. Jordan going the outer zone, and Liam really filling the zone. Both in inner clipping 1. Both filling the zones, perfect. Liam falling behind a little bit, but catching right back up as Jordan and Liam both in the outer zone. All right, while we wait for the judge's decision to come back in, that was a great run from them both. Lead and chase going for both of them. That was a great zones being filled in, clipping points, and touch and goes. Hope you guys all enjoyed that show. That was a great one. All right, the judge's decision is in. Liam takes the win. That was a very hard decision, but minor mistakes made, but it was a great battle either way. All right, we are going to go on to our next battle. We got John in the Mustang, and we have Jeremy in the Subaru. Now, you really don't see a lot of Subarus around here anymore, but he makes that thing move, definitely. So we have John in the lead and Jeremy in the chase. In 3, 2, 1, go! Jordan with the, John with the initiation. All right, we had a race going on. We have John, Jeremy. Jeremy is going to be in the. John is in the chase. John is in the Mustang, and Jeremy is. We are doing a quick drone battery replacement. We're going to keep that rolling. We have an awesome live brought to you by Prop Production. Always good with the quality media from Prop Production. All right, the judge's decision is in. John in the Mustang takes the win. We're going to go up to our next battle, Cody Lucas up against Byron. Byron did lose once today, but we're going to go ahead and give him another try. Let's see if Cody can take home the win on this battle. Cody versus Byron. Cody is in the 370Z. It's all stock, but I think that is a Nismo. I could be mistaken, but 370Zs are the new 350Z. Very cheap and economical to get started in drifting. And they look pretty decent. All right, we have Cody in the lead, Byron in the chase in 3, 2, 1. Send it. Got Cody on takeoff going into the initiation zone. Going the outer zone 1, gonna hit the touch and go pretty perfect. Going into the outer zone 2. Little left foot brake action, getting into the outer zone perfect on the outer zone 2. Going to inner clipping point 1, going back into the another inner clipping point 2, going to the outer zone 3, going to the outer zone 4 right now. Cody takes the win out of Byron again. All right, for our next battle, we're going down on the line. We have Ben Bruno in the S14 up against Eric Yeager in the Mustang. Ben Bruno in the LS-powered S14 in the white. S14 up against Eric in the red Mustang. All right, Ben Bruno in the S14 is going to be in the lead position up against Eric in the chase in the Mustang. All right, we're going to send them in 3. In 3, 2, 1, send it. Ben Bruno on the takeoff. Eric falling right behind Ben in the initiation point. Ben in the outer zone. Eric falling behind, had a little bumble over here in the straighten section. Ben in the outer or inner clipping 1, going back in the inner clipping 2, going back in the outer zone over here by the Painesville Speedway, going in the outer zone on the battle ground wall. All right, we're going to be doing a drone battery change, so give us about 15 seconds. Get it back up in the air, get them back live. We do have Eric in the lead up against Ben Bruno in the chase. All right, we have Eric in the lead up against Ben Bruno in the chase. In 3, 2, 1, send it. Eric with the initiation, Ben falling right behind him. Eric in the outer zone 1, going in the inner clipping point, or touch and go. Going back in the outer zone. Ben falling right behind him. Wow. All right, while we have the judges deciding, we have decision is made. We have Ben Bruno takes the win in the S14. Ben Bruno in the S14 takes the win. We are going up with our next battles. We have Travis Holbrook. Looks like we're going to go up against Byron again. Looks like Nick Yanucci couldn't make it. We had some car technical difficulties going on over there. All right, we have Travis Holbrook up against Byron in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Up against, Theon up against Luke Lipsy. E70Z driven by Theon Nelson. BK Booty Crust as you know him. Up against Luke in the E46. All right, we have Theon Nelson, BK Booty Crust in the 370Z in the lead, up against Luke in the E46 in the chase. In 3, 2, 1, send it. Burger King Booty Crust going in the initiation. Luke following right behind him. Theon in the outer zone. Luke following right behind him. Theon in the inner clipping point. Luke right behind him going in the inner clipping point number 2. All right, we have Luke in the lead up against BK Booty Crust, Theon Nelson in the 370Z in the chase. In 3, 2, 1, send it. Luke with the initiation. Theon going in the touch and go. Theon going diving in right into Luke. Theon falling back just a little bit, giving him a little bit of room. Luke with the Manji going in the outer zone. Theon falling back just a little bit. Luke filling the outer zone. All right, the judges' decisions are in. The winner of this battle is Theon BK Booty Crust Nelson.
Brian Martin and Aaron Farrell, please come up to the line. We're going to start top 8. Can we get Liam and John Korber to the line? Aaron Farrell, you're up next, bud. Quit checking your rear tires. Get to the line. Aaron Farrell taking a 6-minute timeout. He's only got a few minutes left. Looks like he's getting suited up right now.
All right, we are going on to the top 8. We have Brian Martin up against Aaron in the 370Z, driven by Brian Martin in the G35, driven by Aaron. Stock Power 370Z up against a LS swapped G35. All right, we have Brian in the lead up against Aaron in the chase. In 3, 2, 1, go! Brian filling the initiation point, going to the outer zone 1, going in the touch and go, both doing great work. Brian in the outer zone. Inner clipping point for them both, right on par. Huge shout out to Cosmo Tires for coming in clutch. They are giving second place and third place tires for the second place and third place winners. So shout out to Cosmo Tires. All right, we have Aaron in the lead up against Brian in the chase. In 3, 2, 1, send it! The judge's decision is in. Slide him 2. Brian takes the win. 370Z.
Cody Lucas, Ben Bruno, please pull up to the line. Cody Lucas, Ben Bruno.
All right, we have Liam in the LS-powered S14 up against John in the turbo-charged Mustang. Liam in the lead, John in the chase. In 3, 2, 1, send it! Quick drone swap. We had Liam in the lead, John in the chase. We're gonna do a quick drone battery swap real quick. And then we're gonna go up with John in the lead, Liam in the chase. All right, the drone is up and running. We have John in the lead up against Liam in the chase. In 3, 2, 1, send it!
All right, everybody, decision is in. The winner, Liam in the LS 240.
My legs are shaking a bit right now. Yes, they are. Holy crap. Oh my gosh.
We need Travis and Theon to the line. Travis and Theon to the line.
Travis MG Kane Holbrook to the line up against Theon BK Booty Crust.
All right, next battle, we got Cody Lucas in the silver 370Z and Ben Bruno in that famous S14 LS. All right, we're going to send her off in 3, 2, 1, go. We got Cody running up on initiation. Quick E-brake drag into outer zone 1. Ben really pushing his door. Bill in 2, going into outer zone 3. Let's see how they do up on the bank in outer zone 4. Cody a little low, could be higher. Ben Bruno could be a little bit closer. Fills that inner clip pretty nice. Good transition into the next inner clip. Cody Lucas looking pretty solid, filling that zone very well. Let's see how they do on this Manji now. Cody Lucas coming up onto the bank. Filling the last outer zone. Ben Bruno not giving him any space. Pretty solid lead chase from Cody Lucas. Ben Bruno, pretty good. They're going to take a quick cool down lap. All right, drivers are going to switch it up. We're going to have Ben Bruno in the lead, Cody Lucas in the chase. Shaping up to be a pretty good battle, I think. All right, we're going to send them off. 3, 2, 1, go. Ben Bruno coming up to the initiation. Quick E-brake drag, filling that zone pretty good. Going swinging it real wide, almost a wall tap. Faking out Cody Lucas, filling that second zone well. Ben Bruno coming up onto the bank. Absolutely back end onto the door, coming into the inner clip. Cody Lucas doing a pretty good job in the chase. Ben Bruno coming around the inner clip. Coming up into the zone against Painesville Speedway logo. Coming into the Manji, into the next bank. Ben Bruno putting on kind of a gap on Cody Lucas, filling that zone very well. Very nice job, boys.
I'm so sorry I just flew at you at Mach Jesus. I honestly scared myself. I seeing you move, I'm like, oh shit, I might just take this guy out. I'm sorry about that. No, I've seen you
No, dude, I was like, I've had people come close to me before. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah,
no, he's close. Oh.
Yeah, I got excited. I was like, oh fuck.
You're all good. Don't worry about it.
All right, judges' decision are in. And the winner, Ben Bruno in the white S14. Give it up for Ben, everybody. Next up, we got the famous Theon BK Booty Crust Nelson up against Travis MGK Holbrook. This is the 10th car we've seen Travis in this year. See how this plays out. Doing a quick drone battery swap. All right, we're going to send him off. Theon in the lead, Travis in the chase. In 3, 2, 1, go. Theon Nelson coming into the first outer zone, clipping outer zone 2, coming into outer zone 3 pretty well. Filling the zone on the outer bank, doing a good job. Travis kind of slacking behind a little bit. Theon comes into the inner clip, hits it nicely. Travis is gaining a little bit of ground, a little bit of momentum. Theon's coming around, inner clip, going up against Paynesville Speedway, outer zone. Travis falling back a little bit. Theon coming into the bank. Little low, Travis kind of chugging along a little bit, all right. All right, we're going to swap the guys around. We're going to have Travis in the lead, Theon in the chase. All right, we're going to send these guys off. In 3, 2, 1, go. Travis coming in the first outer zone. Real late initiation, hits the wall. I see a rear tubed end in Travis's near future. All right, we're going to announce the winner. Theon Nelson takes the win. Good job, BK Booty Crust. All right, we're going to need Brian Martin and Liam to the line. Just going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute pause. We're going to have the lines repainted on the track, get everything settled up, make sure Travis didn't leave any carnage out into our second zone.
So much more fun than it was last time. It's really nice not melting every waking moment.
Honestly, I was telling Brian that I'm like, I'm so glad it's not 90 degrees right now, man. Just last time we were just sitting there, just I know. I just want to go home.
Let's give a awesome applause for that burly man on track right now repainting. Bryce, what a cute, handsome boy. Little short shorts, little cowboy boots, lumberjack. Woo.
All right, everybody, time to get back into the action. Who's ready to see a heater of a top 4? We got some pretty heavy hitters coming out today. Let's get Brian and Liam sent out onto the track. First battle of our top 4 here at round 3. All right, we're going to have Brian in the lead, Liam in the chase. Brian is currently our points leader right now for the Slideways Showdown 2025 season. A lot of pressure sitting on Brian right now. He's looking pretty good so far. Liam been putting up some good battles this event. All right, we're going to send him off. 3, 2, 1, go. Brian coming in, flicking into the first outer zone, filling it well, coming up onto the wall to the second zone, going into the touch and go up against the tire. Liam not giving him much room to play with. Brian hanging up on the outer zone, filling it very well. Liam right behind him, doing well. Coming into the inner clip, Brian hits it well. Coming into the shoehorn, up against to the next inner clip. Oh, takes that cone down, fills that zone pretty well. Liam falling back a little bit. I feel like he's probably going to gain some ground. Brian coming up on the wall, filling the zone pretty well. Liam right there. Great battle, great battle. Great battle between the two. We're going to switch it up now. Liam in the lead and Brian in the chase. Liam had a pretty good chase, but we can't forget that Brian had a great lead run to allow Liam to have a good chase. Quick pause for Bryce to set up the inner clip. All right, Liam in the chase, Liam in the lead, Brian in the chase. We're going to send him 3, 2, 1, go. Liam coming into the zone, a good flick, filling that zone, swinging her out pretty wide, coming up onto the wall, down into the next outer zone, filling it well, coming up onto the bank. Liam doing it up, Brian not giving any room at all, coming into the inside clip. Smooth transition from both drivers. Liam coming around inner clip. Brian is right there, not giving him any room to play with. Filling that zone, managing into the last bank. Liam coming in. Brian right there, giving him the love. Awesome, great driving, boys. All right. After a fantastic battle, there can only be one person going into the finals. And the winner, Brian Martin, going into the finals again, 2 times in a row. Liam, great chase. Don't go too far. You got to stick around for 3rd place battle, bud. We need Theon and Ben Bruno to the line. Now, Theon, Ben Bruno to the line. Ben Bruno to the line, please. Oh, here he comes. Ben Bruno. All right, we got Theon Nelson versus Ben Bruno. This is a battle of the ages. These guys have been throwing down all 3 rounds so far. Ben and Theon, good friends. Always a great battle between these two. We got Theon, BK Booty Crust in the Turbo 370Z. Ben Bruno in the white S14 LS. All right, we're going to have Ben in the lead. Theon in the chase. All right, we're going to send him off. 3, 2, 1, go. Ben coming into the first outer zone. Big handbrake drag, swinging it wide up onto the wall, filling that zone real nice, almost giving it a little tap. Going into the inner clip, filling it very well. Ben up onto the bank. Theon not giving him much room to move. Ben coming into the inner clip, into the keyhole. Theon falling behind a little bit. Ben swinging her wide, coming up onto the Painesville Speedway outer zone. Little manji into the bank again. Theon kind of leaving some proximity between the two. Ben Bruno absolutely ripping that last zone. Theon Nelson dealing with some Nissan things, taking a quick cool down lap. Temps are getting a little high. All right, we're going to switch these two around. Theon Nelson in the lead. Ben Bruno in the chase. Going to send these guys off in 3, 2, 1, go. Theon Nelson in the lead, flick into the first zone. Drags E-brake, comes out wide. Up against the wall, into the inner clip. Coming up to the bank, Ben Bruno. Coming for that door. Not leaving much room. Theon coming into the inner clip, doing pretty well. Smooth transition between both drivers. Oh, Ben Bruno kind of chokes up. Oh, Ben Bruno straightens. Theon Nelson continues on through the track, coming into the outer zone. All right, we're going to take a few seconds here. Judges are watching replays to see if we can figure out what exactly happened out there. The decision is in. Going to the final against Brian Martin. It's going to be 370Z versus 370Z Theon Nelson. Just to clear things up, Theon Nelson won that battle. Theon Nelson in the 370Z. We need Liam and Ben Bruno to come to the line for third place battle. Liam and Ben Bruno to the line for third place battle. Ben Bruno, we need you for third place battle against Liam. Just to clear things up on that decision, coming into the inner clip, Theon was a little shallow, but there was no slowing down from Theon. Ben had no reason to check up. Theon was on a decent line going into the inner clip, into the bank. Ben shut down. What we usually look for from the judges is if the lead driver is not filling zones, the chase driver needs to be paying attention to where the lead driver is. So even if the lead driver has a poor line, the chase driver needs to mimic that line. And Ben Bruno, unfortunately, just shut it down. Theon was able to go through the inner clip and get into the zone fairly well. All right, let's have Liam and Ben sent out for our third place battle. Liam and Ben, and then Brian Martin and Theon Nelson get ready to battle it out for first place. Liam in the lead, Ben in the chase. This is going to be a very great battle to watch. Two very similar cars, both LS S14 chassis. Both look pretty similar.
Go get him, Bryce.
We're going to have Liam starting us off in the chase, Ben in the lead, Ben Bruno in the chase. All right, we're going to send these guys off. 3, 2, 1, go. Liam doing a little flick into the first outer zone, dragging e-brake, filling it well, coming out wide into the wall. Good fillage of the zone. Outer two could have been a smidge better coming into the off the wall. Ben not giving him any room. Liam coming down into the inner clip. Coming into the keyhole. Smooth transition from both drivers. Liam swinging it wide. Missing the inner clip just a little. Not bad. Filling the zone. Coming through. Manji on the bank. Ben Bruno absolutely coming for that door. Liam falling a little shallow off the bank. Ben Bruno not giving him any room. Great run from both of these guys. We're going to switch them around. We're going to put Ben up front. See what he's got. All right, Ben Bruno in the lead, Liam in the chase. We're going to send these guys off. 3, 2, 1, go. Coming down the straight, Ben giving it a little flick into the zone. Dragon E-brake going a little wide, coming up, almost hitting that wall, doing pretty well, filling outer zone 2, going into the bank. Riding high on that wall. Liam's not giving him much room to play with. Could be a little bit better. Coming into the inner clip. Smooth transition from both these guys. Ben coming up around in the inner clip, swinging it a little bit wide, not too terrible. Coming into the Paynesville Speedway outer zone. Ben going into the Manji. Coming up onto the wall. Ben Bruno. Liam not giving him any room to play with. Ben Bruno filling that zone pretty well. All right, the judge's decision is in. Coming in third place and taking home a set of Cosmo tires, Ben Bruno! Great battle between these two guys. Now we are going to get ready for our first and second place battle of round 3 here at Slideways Showdown, presented by Race Labs Industry. Bryce, let's see an E-brake drag into outer zone 2. Come on, swing that golf cart. I need Brian Martin, Theon Nelson. Come up to the line. Do not pull out on track yet. Just please come up to the line. Brian Martin and Theon Nelson. Who's ready to see the final battle between two 370Zs? One of them happens to be turbocharged, the other one naturally aspirated. These guys love hatching it out against each other. We're going to do a quick drone battery change. We can send Theon and Brian out, get their tires warmed up, and get them to the line. This battle right here is for all the marbles. We got Brian Martin in the points lead right now, and nobody other In second place in points, BK Booty Crust, Theon Nelson. All right, our final battle, round 3, Slideways Showdown. We got Brian up front, Theon in the chase, and we're gonna send him. 3, 2, 1, send it! We got Brian coming in, flicking into the first zone. Theon not giving him any room at all on initiation, filling that second zone, going into the touch and go. Theon really not giving him any room. Could be a little bit closer coming up onto the bank, going into the inner clip. Brian Martin doing a great job in the lead position, going exactly where he needs to go, coming through inner clip, going up against the wall, the Painesville Speedway outer zone. Brian manjing into the last bank, the battleground wall, outer zone coming through. Theon absolutely coming for his door. Great run between these two. We're gonna switch them around, put Theon up front and Brian in the chase. Got 2 Nissan 370Zs having to take a cool down lap. Nissan's getting hot out here at Painesville Speedway. All right, we're gonna switch these guys around. Theon is gonna start us off in the lead. Brian Martin is gonna be chasing right behind him. And we're gonna send him in 3, 2, 1, go! Theon coming down the straight, flicking into the first outer zone, dragging the e-brake, filling the zone, going real wide, coming up against the wall, down into the touch and go. Brian right there with him, not giving him much room. Bumper transitions, Theon dragging wall. Brian absolutely putting it to the side of Theon Nelson, coming down into the inner clip. Theon transitioning into the keyhole, coming up around the inner clip. Brian not giving him any room to move at all. Painesville Speedway outer zone, filling it nice. Theon going into the last zone. Brian Martin kind of falling back a little bit, pretty low. Theon coming around the bank. All right, everybody. The judge's decision is in. And get back in your car. We're going one more time. Ben, it's not your time yet, Ben. Not your time.
He pulled away from him. But also, Brian had a good lap. He chased him pretty good. I dumped 5 pounds out of my tires. Oh, yeah.
All right, coming into our one more time battle, we're going to do a quick tire change. Theon and Brian both have the opportunity to change their tires. Ben got a little excited to get his Cosmo tires, as you can tell. He came out ready. Not yet, Ben. Your tires are waiting for you. Don't worry, they're not going anywhere. We just want to see these guys clean it up a little bit, you know what I mean? That was a great battle between the two, but it could be better. We're going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. Let these guys swap some tires. We're going to run it one more time. Brian and Theon start getting ready to pull up to the line. Swap your tires if you haven't already. Make it snappy. We're waiting to see a fantastic battle between these two hard drivers. All right, we got Theon BK Booty Crust Nelson pulling up to the line against Brian Martin. Naturally aspirated 370Z versus Turbo 370Z. You would think that Theon would be able to pull away from Brian, but Brian has been showing that no matter the power, he is going to absolutely glue it to your door. He's got that 370 set up just right. He comes out here every comp, improves it. Just got an update, www.gofundme.com/Travis Holbrook. Looks like he needs the funds for a tubed rear end. www.com, gofundme.com/Travis MGK Holbrook. We're going to get ready to send these guys out, waiting on our drone. We're going to have Brian in the lead, Theon in the chase to start us out. We're going to send them. 3, 2, 1, go! Brian Martin coming down the straight, a flick into the first outer zone. E-brake drag coming up onto the wall. Theon right there with him, not giving him much room. Brian into the touch and go, filling it very nicely. Brian coming up on the wall, doing an excellent job. Theon is right there with him, not letting him get too far away, coming into the horseshoe. Smooth transition between both drivers, coming around into the inside clip. Brian pushes that clip out a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Theon falling back a little bit. Brian coming up against the wall. Theon a little shallow coming down. Brian filling that zone very well. Good run between these two. We are going to switch them around now. Theon is going to be up front. They probably have to take their traditional Nissan 370Z cool down lap. Sponsored by Race Lab Industries. All right, switching these guys around. We got Theon up front, Brian in the chase. Who is going to take home the first place trophy? We're going to send them in 3, 2, 1, go. Theon sleeping at the line a little bit, coming up into the straight, giving a big flick into the first zone. Little e-brake drag coming up wide. Brian, of course, right there with him. Not literally touching bumpers on transition. Amazing transition from Brian Martin. Theon riding the wall well. Brian, of course, not letting him go anywhere. Coming into the inner clip, smooth transition from both drivers. Brian right there with him the entire time. Theon coming up onto the bank, manjing onto the battleground wall. Brian Martin right there with Theon. Theon coming around. Good finish between the two. All right, Slideways Showdown round 3. The judges have made a decision. We got Jerry, the one and only Jerry from Race Lab, coming down to present the winner of round 3. Great battles between all of these guys. Look at Jerry in those amazing, amazing booty shorts. Man. So, of course, taking home 3rd place in a set of Cosmo tires, the one and only Ben Bruno. Give a round of applause for Ben Bruno, everybody. Great driving from Ben. All right. We had 2 370Zs hash it out into the finals. 1 turbo, 1 naturally aspirated. Which one's going to take home the first place finisher? Winning round 3 of our Slideways Showdown comp, Brian Martin. And of course, we got Theon Nelson also taking home a set of Cosmo tires. Brian walking away with a load of cash in his pocket. Brian, definitely the most aggressive chaser all day. I mean, absolutely putting it to the door of everybody he went up against. Hard to battle when you got someone who's got a car set up so well. We want to thank everybody for coming out, spectating, all the drivers. Thank you for participating. We had almost a full top 16 bracket this round. That is awesome. Give it up for all of these drivers here today. All right, everybody, after the picture's out on track, we are going to resume open drift very shortly. Back to the open drift layout. Going to be driving till about 11 p.m. and then the party don't stop there. Camping at the track, hanging out, being responsible, having a great time. If you are registered for open drift, you may get in your cars and get ready. Thank you, everybody. Hey, the three guys up on top of the red container, please get the hell off of there. You are not allowed up there. That is very dangerous. Thank you. There are plenty of other chairs to sit around the track, but you are not allowed to be up there. Thank you very much.
That's all rubber. He's going back. No. I don't envy you video guys. You got it tough. It's way harder than stills. I think I got some okay stuff for you at least. It's hard. It's hard at the beginning. Yeah. It is. But you'll... Honestly, I find